All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into something I think a lot of us are familiar with.
Yeah.
Friends, the TV show, right?
Oh, yeah, Friends.
But we're going a little beyond, just watching it for fun.
Yeah.
We're looking at, how it's had this kind of global impact, especially for people learning English as a second language.
Yeah.
And we have some super interesting points here from an academic paper.
Okay.
It's actually called Friends, and its everlasting impact on language and culture.
Wow.
So, Friends, kind of a big deal, still to this day.
Oh, for sure.
And we're going to, unpack that a bit.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So, first of all, for anyone who maybe hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
When did it even premiere?
So, Friends first hit the airwaves back in 1994.
Okay, so that's like
Quite a while ago.
a while ago.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so what was it about this show that made it so popular?
Well, I think a big part of it was that it was just so relatable,
The characters were all going through these universal experiences,
Wow.
figuring out their careers and their relationships and, trying to find their place in the world. And it did it all with this really great mix of humor and heart,
Oh, yeah.
It can make you laugh out loud one minute and have you tearing up the next.
Yeah, it totally had, that emotional range. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and they felt like real people.
Yeah.
I remember everyone wanted Rachel's haircut.
Oh, totally. The Rachel haircut was iconic.
Yeah, but it was more than just the trends, right?
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah.
you felt like you knew them.
Yeah, like they were your friends.
So maybe we should go through who they even are.
Okay. Yeah. Good idea.
So for anyone who maybe needs a refresher,
Yeah.
let's just do a super quick rundown of the main characters.
Okay, so we've got Ross,
Oh,
the paleontologist.
yes, he loved dinosaurs.
He does.
And then Rachel.
Yes, Rachel starts off as a waitress.
Right.
But she eventually becomes this fashion icon,
Mm-hmm.
which a lot of people really connected with.
Absolutely.
And then there's Chandler,
Oh, Chandler.
king of sarcasm.
So sarcastic.
But deep down, he's actually really insecure.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Joey,
Oh, Joey.
the lovable but clueless actor.
Get the catchphrase.
Yeah. How you doing?
Yes.
Monica, who's super organized and a bit of a control freak.
Very competitive.
Very competitive.
Yeah. And then there's...
And then there's Phoebe,
Oh.
the quirky and eccentric one,
Yes.
who always keeps things interesting.
Oh, totally. She's the free spirit of the group.
Exactly.
Because we've got this group of friends.
Yeah.
They're all kind of going through life together,
Mhm.
and people really connected with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who hasn't had their own friends moments in real life?
Totally.
Like those awkward first dates or the job interviews that went hilariously wrong.
Or when your friend starts dating someone you don't like.
Oh, yeah, that's always a fun one.
Yeah. But okay, so you mentioned earlier that Friends had a big impact on people learning English.
Yes,
Can we talk about that a little more?
definitely.
How did that even happen?
Well, for starters, the show is incredibly conversational.
Yeah.
The characters use a lot of everyday language and slang, which is exactly the kind of language that you don't always learn in a textbook.
Right.
So for people learning English, it's this really fun and engaging way to pick up new vocabulary and idioms.
Oh, totally.
And the paper actually found that Friends is one of the most frequently cited TV shows in online English language learning communities.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's become this unofficial language learning tool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, it's like learning by osmosis.
Exactly. You're laughing, you're engaged with the story,
Yeah.
and suddenly you're understanding all these new phrases and expressions.
Right. I remember learning the phrase going commando from Chandler.
Oh, yeah?
I had no idea what it meant at first.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's definitely one of those phrases you don't forget.
Right, but it goes beyond individual words, too.
Right, absolutely.
You're also getting this glimpse into American culture and humor.
Yeah, the way they interact with each other, their social cues, their sense of humor.
Yeah, remember the whole "we were on a break" debate?
Oh my gosh, yes.
That sparked so many conversations about
Yeah.
what even are the boundaries in a relationship.
Exactly. It highlights how friends actually influence the way we talk about love and commitment.
It's true. I remember having those on a break debates with my friends back in the day.
Oh, for sure, me too.
And those catchphrases.
Oh, yes.
How you doing? We were on a break.
Classic.
It became part of our everyday language.
Absolutely.
Even if you haven't seen all the episodes, you've probably heard those lines somewhere.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I think streaming platforms like Netflix have made it even more accessible. Right.
For sure.
With subtitles and everything.
Yeah, subtitles in like tons of different languages.
Yeah, it's reached a whole new audience.
Exactly. It's become this global phenomenon.
Yeah.
Which is pretty amazing for a show that started over 30 years ago.
Right.
It's a testament to its enduring appeal.
Yeah. But of course, no deep dive would be complete without talking about more complex stuff too.
Yeah.
Like, looking back, there are definitely aspects of this show that haven't aged well.
That's true.
Especially around representation and inclusivity.
Yeah, I think it's important to acknowledge that.
Yeah, it's crucial to view it within its historical context, but also to recognize its limitations.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, overall, though, I do think that the core message of Friends is still super relevant today.
Oh, yeah.
Like finding your tribe and sticking by them no matter what.
Yeah, that's timeless.
And speaking of legacy,
Yeah.
it's hard to ignore the recent passing of Matthew Perry,
Oh, yeah.
who played Chandler.
Yeah.
And he was such a huge part of the show's success.
Absolutely. He brought so much to the role. He could be hilarious one minute and then break your heart the next.
Yeah.
He made Chandler so relatable. Like, he wasn't just this funny guy.
Yeah.
He was also vulnerable and insecure and dealing with all these real-life issues.
Right.
And it's even more poignant when you consider Matthew Perry's own personal struggles.
Yeah.
With addiction and recovery. His openness about his experiences helped destigmatize addiction and encourage conversations about mental health.
Which is so important.
It really is.
And it kind of adds another layer to his work, you know?
Absolutely.
It makes you realize that even the people who bring us joy can be going through really tough times.
Yeah, that's so true.
So I guess after all this,
Yeah.
Friends wasn't just a sitcom.
No, it was definitely more than that.
Yeah, it was a cultural phenomenon that made us laugh, taught us about relationships, and yeah, maybe even helped some of us learn English along the way.
It's amazing how something so seemingly simple can have such a profound impact on our lives.
It really is.
Which actually brings us to a question for you to think about.
Okay.
How has Friends or any other piece of pop culture influenced your understanding of the world, of language, of relationships?
That's a good question.
Yeah, think about those movies, songs, books, even video games that have really shaped your perspective.
Right.
It's fascinating how these seemingly simple forms of entertainment can actually have such a huge impact on who we become.
It really is something to think about.
It is.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.
Yeah, this was fun.
And be sure to join us next time for another deep dive into something awesome.
See you then.
All right, bye.
Bye.